everyone, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who is feeling inspired or gets an idea, a light bulb moment happens. And this could be pertaining to your family dynamic, it could be pertaining to your living situation or your career. But I do feel like it's going to impact your money in a favorable way because we have the good fortune card or the lucky break. There are good things coming, or there's a turning point that you're about to reach, and it's connected to this idea or this like pivot. Maybe my business would be more successful if I do this. Maybe I can get a better grade if I take this approach to the project. There's an idea here, and it leads you to a better situation or leads you to where you need to be to improve your finances. So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. You can also find a link to my candles on Etsy in the description box. We're going to start with the Tattoo Tarot. Let's see what else we have for you. What else do we have? Ace of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. This feels like something that is either like an accident or like, yeah, I guess I could do that. It's not a big deal. And it ends up being a big deal. Like, let's say you brew beer. You're a craft brewer. And you've got your bread and butter. Everybody loves your like mainstay ale, whatever it is, right? But then randomly you do something different with the process. Maybe it's on accident. Maybe someone just, messes with your setup. But it creates an offshoot or a different variation, a limited edition, if you will. And that goes gangbusters. This is an example, so take it how it resonates for your life. But this could be one of those things that just kind of happens unexpectedly. You didn't necessarily seek it out, or you just have this weird idea and you're like, what if we add pumpkin to it? Not this time of year, but you know what I mean. There's a change here or a pivot, an idea, and I feel like it's pretty novel with the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is like, oh, I never would have thought of that, but that is a fabulous idea. And it goes crazy. Judgment in the reverse and the King of Wands. This is like, I never would have thought this would actually be like taken seriously or do well. But now it seems like I have to put even more energy into this pursuit. Hello, Redbeard. How you doing? Hello, Sully. I hope you're having a great day. Hello, Jimmy. How are you? Hello, Joanna. Hello, Black Ben. What's up? Hello. How's it going, Edward? Thank you. Hello, Sayer. How's your day going? Thank you for the tip. My students and staff on an exchange to UK will be able to go through immigration. Will students and staff going to, you said UK? Get through immigration. I hope so. I did a study abroad and it was one of the most important times of my life. I'll ask just to clarify, will visas be a problem? Thank you, Sayer. I've added that for you. What else do we have? Knight of Wands. This is saying seize the moment. When you see that something is like doing well, you back it up. You like all hands on deck, right? This could be all of a sudden, you know, this, if we're sticking with the analogy of a craft brewery, this is a brewery that all of a sudden has to like, we're gonna have to work on weekends or like hire an extra person. We got to make more of this limited edition stuff because it's selling like crazy, like hotcakes. This is saying take advantage of that because it grows in accordance, or like it's correlated to how much you're willing to invest in it. And if you're just kind of like, oh, that's nice, back to whatever I was doing, then it'll be just like a little but if you want to invest in this and you know, roll up your sleeves and make more beer, then you will in fact sell quite a lot of beer. Hello, Ronaldo. Hello, James. How's it going? Joe and I do a general reading for the first 30 to 35 minutes, and then I take personal questions after that with priority to those who tip or donate. Sayur has done a great job of providing an example of that, but you can also donate a membership, and I will pull some cards for you. We've got the moon in the reverse. Okay, I haven't thought about this game in a long time, but I remember playing Fusion Frenzy. I think that would have been Xbox 360. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Fusion Frenzy was this collection of, I want to say like 50 games with these characters. I know Naomi was one of them. And then like Dub, I think was the green one. Anyways, I'm picturing this, I guess it's similar to like a giant like screw that's spinning and they have to run up it and jump over things or duck. And it's all about timing, right? You have to have precise timing or you cannot win this game. And let me tell you, I lost it a lot of the time. This is saying your timing and your ability to respond quickly to realizing that whatever this is, people want it. It's critical because your timing indicates, it's like, that's how big your winnings are. You have to like show how bad you want it, basically. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? I hope it's delicious for you, Ronaldo. Hello, Kirk. How are you doing? Hello, Carrie. Hey, Lotus. What's up? So we have the Hermit. This is you having an idea. It's an original idea, or it's an idea that people might even think is a little bit crazy. Justice in the reverse. For some of you, the temptation is going to be a little bit too strong to like discount your idea or believe what other people are saying and just kind of like minimize it. Like, it's not that big. Maybe, nah, I shouldn't do it. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Who would ever actually think that I could be successful like that? Notice that there's a blank space in front of his face in the shape of a chalice. This is like, nah, that dream isn't real. There's no way I could actually make that happen. What if you could? What if the cards are saying, you just have to believe? If you think of it and you realize that it could be great, you could make some great money. You could get quite the leg up in terms of your financial security by following this idea or, you know, giving it a shot. The thing is, you kind of have to respond like it's 5 a.m. fire. Running out in your robe, making sure you grab the cat. This is saying you cannot just be lazily like, yeah, when I wake up at like 10 a.m., sure, I can get to that. That's fine. No, if you hear the phone ring and it's saying, hello, yes, I'm Success and I would like to shower you in bunnies. Your response needs to be, cool, I'm getting up and I'm going, where do I need to be? You tell me and I'll be there with bells on. It cannot be, sorry, I'm still sleeping. Hold on. I'll call you back. Because then you miss the opportunity. You don't get the success if you're like, later. Later is not an option. It's now or never. So I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to go with the now option. Just because I love you. Hello, Peter. How's it going? Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Hello, Nasir. How are you doing? I'm doing well. My name is Carmen, by the way. We have the Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, and another Hermit. You are not meant to follow the same path as everybody else. Look, you just do things a little bit different, and that's what people like about you, okay? I would tell you to never change, but the whole thing that's like working for you is your willingness to change. Your willingness to do the things that other people maybe aren't. So this idea, this, you know, expanding on your business or, you know, trying something different, it works really well for you. But you have to have faith in that idea, even in the face of other people probably criticizing you for thinking that that would work out. Hello, Andrew. How are you doing? Lotus, I have lavender candles right now, and yeah, 2 lavender ones, and I think 1 coffee. Nope, it's literally 3 lavender. Thank you. Hello, Starboy. How are you doing? What else do we have? The Fool in the reverse, the 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and Death in the reverse. Yeah, this is like, you have to be kind of ready to be booked and busy. It goes from things being kind of boring or monotonous to like, grab your rain boots and an umbrella. We have to go out and it's crazy outside. This is somebody who's maybe going to feel a little overwhelmed. It's okay. It's a lot of change all at once, or it's, you know, a lot of information all at once, a lot of decisions that you have to make all at once. But I do feel like you have support. You have either got like a business partner or your own like romantic partner, maybe even a family member, but you've got people here who are like, yay, we want to see you be successful. Or, oh, you need somebody to like affix the stickers to the bottles for your beer that you're making. I got you. Buy some pizza and I will help you with the stickers. You know what I mean? There's support here. Hello, Carla. How you doing? That's awesome, Nasir. We've got the 9 of Wands in the reverse. 4 of Cups in the reverse. And the Page of Wands. The 9 of Wands is in the reverse because this is saying you have to be willing to, like, it's almost like you have to be willing to see the world through a child's eyes, or you have to be willing to be a little bit more open-minded, able to daydream instead of just, you know, kind of assuming the reality is a little bit unforgiving or boring. This is someone who's trying to have a more optimistic approach when I think they are quite a realist or even just a little bit of a pessimist. I'm glad to hear that, Carla. What else do we have? 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, This is you having a plan, not requiring much in the way of investment, but still being able to build a foundation or branch out with your craft brewing, right? Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse because this is saying there isn't some giant like barrier to market entry here. This isn't something that is impossible for you to have this idea and then get it going. Is there competition? Probably. Is it going to require that you work a little bit more than maybe you would like to? Probably. Is it going to require that you anticipate things so you can be strategic? Also, yes. But is it worth it? Yeah, this is going to improve your finances. This is going to make you feel quite accomplished. Like you know, imagined something into reality and we're like, boop, and now it's a success. And then there's like money in your bank. It's great. Hello, Kashali. How are you doing? Hello, Vic. What's up? Hello, Apurva. What else do we have? Two of Swords in the reverse. 10 of Wands in the reverse. With Justice in the reverse. Again. Why do I feel like somebody stole something from you? I feel like either someone took something of high value. Maybe it was an ex. Maybe it was an ex-friend of yours. Maybe even a family member. But I feel like something of like decent value was taken from you. And it's like the universe has decided, okay, well then we're going to find a different way to make sure that you get the abundance that you were due, that was supposed to go to you, that somebody else somehow took. They'll squander it, but you'll still get yours. You'll still get the payout. This is why the message is coming through. It's like, hey, we've been working overtime to try to make sure that you get that money. And we came up with this whole new plan. It's a little bit more complicated. But you know, that person like kind of ruined things and stole stuff from you. So if you could just like make sure to like press the red button when we tell you to press the red button so you get all of the money, that would be great, okay? Because like we put in a lot of time and energy putting this plan together. Hello, Carl. How are you doing? Yes, that is a thing. What else do we have? Queen of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. I think someone stole from you. Used your credit card, took cash, took something of high value. And the universe wants you to get it back. It may not be the exact thing that you lost. It may not be the exact amount of money that you lost, but you getting something back. It might even be more than what you lost. More, you say? Sign me up. Strength and the Fool in the reverse. There is a smirk on some very punchable face out there somewhere that is drooping and falling off the face because whoever took something from you, like I said, they're either squandering it or it's been taken from them. They don't get to actually hold on to it. Whatever the money was or the valuable item, maybe they break it. Fool in the reverse. They don't know how to handle it. I'd be like, okay, so I'm not an expert by any means, but I did really enjoy gambling in Vegas more than I expected to, especially the roulette table. And I would, if I could like beam up there now, I would probably dabble a little bit, enjoy, you know, a game or two, but then I would walk away from it because I don't want to like get into it. In part because I feel like what most people get wrong with gambling is the walking away part. If you allow yourself one game, two games, 5 games, or, you know, I can spend $100 and then I'm out. If you have a rule for yourself and then you leave and you like stick to it, like, cool, you get it. This is basically saying someone took something from you of value and they don't know how to walk away. So they either like overspend because they don't know how to be like, okay, I have $50, therefore I should make sure the total is $40 or less, and then I know for sure with taxes I'm covered, right? This is somebody who overspent and now it's like they're in worse situation financially than they were before they took something from you. Because they were like, oh my God, I'm rich. I have $50. I'm going to go buy everything in the world. Who's going to tell? It's only $50, homie. It's not going to get you very much. Not even very many groceries. Like 3 groceries. This person has squandered what they have taken from you. This person is not living the high life or, you know, feeling that great about what they did. And as that is happening, your star is ascending. Things are improving for you. Hanged Man in the reverse and the 9 of Pentacles. You made a sacrifice, or somebody taking something from you caused you to have to make a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is like money that was put into a CD. I think it's usually like a 5-year maturation. So now it's at the end of that 5 years and you get your money. You getting paid. I like this. This is good. Hello, and Belly. How are you doing? Hello, Aria. Oopsies. That is my bad, Apurva. Animals' current feelings for me. I've got that for you, Apurva. Thank you. So this is the wind chimes. It moves sometimes because the floor is, it's a wood floor, so I'm sure that's part of it, right? Probably, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I don't know if I want to say like conducts like vibrations, but yeah, don't let it freak you out too much. Hello, yours truly, Todd. I do this because I want people to be happier and because I love the art on tarot cards. What about you? Why do you do what you do? Uh-huh. The double tap is where it's at. Exactly. We got the 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is that like freedom you're going to feel when things start moving forward, but it's all like flowing back to or rooted in an idea you have, a sudden realization. Look, for some of you, maybe the idea is, hey, I need to cut off this person who keeps borrowing money. That's going to impact your financial bottom line. For others of you, it is more like the, you know, making some change to your business so you make more money, or applying for the competitor and getting a 50% raise over your current salary. There's definitely something that the light bulb goes off and you're like, duh, that's like just like money on the table waiting for me to pick it up. All right then. King of Cups in the reverse, Page of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, this is connected to distancing yourself from a person who has been a mooch. Don't make that your message unless you know it is your message. Others of you, this is just saying when you have a great idea, like schmalls to the wall, like do it up. Don't, you know, gosh, YouTube, you make my life so difficult. Don't do anything half, right? You want to like make sure that you really invest in this because it could do really well for you, which could mean you write a book, you know, hire somebody to edit it for you. You design a fashion line, you know, get somebody else's opinion on it. Someone who knows what they're talking about, preferably. But this is like have a professional approach or do something in a very logical way because you know it's going to impact your finances and it grows from there and somehow is related to a person who took something from you. This is the signs of the times. Yep, exactly. So we have yield, patience. You have had to have patience. You had to sacrifice because you had to wait for something else to come through. And your patience is paying off. Here's that like magical energy that could be an idea, right? Very similar to an Ace of Wands, this Firefly card. And that can talk about ideas, new approaches. But there's something that can really take off for you. And you have the support of others around you. Whether that just means there are people who want to help you get this off the ground, or whether this is people who would really, you know, sit there and read through all 300 pages of your book and help you edit it. There are people here who would be supportive. People who would buy your product. Yeah, because you have relationships or connections around you that are set up pretty well to give you advice or encourage you to, you know, make the changes that you need. How dare you comment on carne asada when I'm already hungry? That's so unfair. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Hello. How's it going, Joe? What else do we have? Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands in the reverse. Unexpected independence and like a leveling up. But you have to, like, it is commensurate to how much effort you put into it. If you've already decided that you want to watch, you know, Buffy the Vampire Slayer for an 8-hour marathon, but you get a call 20 minutes in and somebody wants to, like, you know, buy $20,000 worth of your product, like, you better cancel or reschedule that Buffy marathon. It's time to do the work. I think that's what this is saying is you get this offer and you're like, I'm on it. Like, I started 5 minutes ago. What are you talking about? I'm not going to wait. I'm going to waste this opportunity. What else do we have? The Devil and the Three of Cups. So on the one hand, this is like, let your competitors or let the other people get distracted. Let them, you know, party all day and avoid their work while you get things done. But I also feel like for some of you, this is saying you've got somebody in your inner circle that does not belong there. You've got somebody who wants to be able to, you know, ride your coattails. Or be close to you for some reason, someone who's not trustworthy, someone who, let's say you have your own business and it starts taking off and you hire them as like, I don't know, a regional manager, they would F it up, they would fumble it, they would ruin it for you. This person is not supposed to be with you as your star rises. Oh, you watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Clarissa Explains It All? Legit. Hello, Lee. How are you doing today? Thank you for the tip. How will my weekend go? Taking a short trip to Florida. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to Florida. How will weekend trip go? I hope it's amazing. But I have added that for you. All right, what else do we have? I don't really like that the devil has come out. The World in the reverse. The Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So now what I'm seeing is the dudes from the movie Blow with Johnny Depp, where what's-his-face was just like constantly and obnoxiously requesting, who is your contact? Like, let's remove the middleman. I should be like a full partner in your business. This is someone who wants the recipe to the Colonel's chicken, and you're supposed to say, sorry, that's need to know. Sorry, you are not part of the club. Either do not hire somebody who you cannot trust, or do not share your proprietary information with a person that you don't necessarily see yourself being able to trust 10 years from now. Keep that secret recipe to yourself. Hide it in a safe underneath, I don't know, the big oak tree in your backyard. I don't know. Hide it. There is someone here, family or friend. For some of you, it could be a romantic partner. Cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted. Will try to take this for themselves. Period. And you know it. King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, in the reverse. For some of you, it's not so much that this person would try to take this for themselves, it's that they Amelia Bedelia it. And most of you are going to be like, what does that mean, Carmen? Because Amelia Bedelia is a super old reference. Like, I want to say the book that I read as a child, I think it had been published in like 63 or something like that. Like, it was falling apart when I got to it, right? But if you know anything about Amelia Bedelia, you know what happens is she gets the directions and she does them literally and horribly wrong to obviously like some sort of comic end, right? This is either somebody who ruins your business because they are greedy and they try to take something for themselves, or they ruin the situation for you or spend your money because they are just not that great at money management or their own situation, right? Hello, Jay. How are you doing? Hello, Dino. How's your day going? Hello, Erin. The monsters were pretty great. Where are we at? We're at 33 minutes already. Okay, let's just get a few from the Kipper, and then we're going to move on to the personal questions. Hello, Jack. How are you doing? Community. Official person. Concern. So the thing is, you have a great idea or you're about to pivot something pretty important in your life. You have greater financial stability in your future, especially if you take action on an idea or on a direction in a timely fashion. Do not be lazy. Do not procrastinate. You do have people that are willing to support you or people that want to join you with this, but there's someone who cannot be trusted. I'm not going to say that's for all of you, but it's probably for the majority of you. You do need to be cautious as far as any proprietary information or how much control or like managerial say you give to other people, because there is someone here who could fumble this whole thing for you if you give them power that they cannot wield, you know? I remember asking if my dad could teach me how to mow the lawn when I was younger. And stupid me thought it was like really cool to be able to like drive something. But depending on the type of mower that you are learning how to mow a lawn with, it could kind of overpower you, especially if you're only like, I don't know, 100 pounds. This is someone who doesn't know how to drive the boat. This is somebody who doesn't know how to drive manual, right? So do not let them have the control. For others of you, straight up, this is somebody who would steal money from your business. Some people just cannot be trusted. So I need you to be very precise with your selection process. And if you need to be the obnoxious business owner who has to do much of everything by themselves, that's fine as long as you know how to have some sense of balance, right? But I do feel like there is a change that happens with regards to your location, whether that's a business moving or your house moving. And this enables you to kind of tighten up the ship. All right, let's see what we have for Sayur. This is the Santa Muerte. You're welcome, Rachel. I hope your day is going well. That's true. It did it? My. All right. Will these students and staff going to the UK get through immigration okay? It does look like there's an issue here. Lovers in the reverse, Magician in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Is this like paperwork not in order? Something missing or done wrong? No. Is this administrative, like issues on the British side? No. So I'm seeing there could be something weather related or even political that heats up around this time. So there's an issue and it's not some like, you know, minutia. It's not some little detail. There could be some sort of like alarm going off and they're like, sorry, we're just not letting anybody in right now. There could be a medical reason for this. King of Swords in the reverse and the Fool in the reverse. I don't know that there's anything you can do to really combat this or prepare for this. Will visas be a problem? Yes. Six of Cups. I keep hearing the word age. So it could have to do with someone's age or like the length of time they're trying to go. I don't know. This is looking kind of muddy. Like there's multiple problems here on a bigger scale, and then also something to do with the specific program or the specific country. So is there anything that they can do about this? No. It just seems like there's something out of your hands that happens. Will they eventually be able to work through it? Yes. Okay, so this might be a situation where there's a delay or there's some uncomfortable, you know, conversations that have to be had. Or, you know, I need to be quarantined for a little bit, but it's not pleasant. I think they are able to address it, but it's going to be a delay. I hope that helps, Sayur. And at least it shows that there's going to be some sort of way to deal with it, right? I feel that, Rachel. Slow start for me too. You sure can, universal energy. Apurva, we've got, what are animals' current feelings for me? Tower in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse, the Sun, and the Five of Swords. This seems to be somebody who feels like you have bad luck attached to you. This is someone who's looking for information, maybe requesting advice from others or doing actual research. But with the Page of Wands in the reverse, this is somebody who feels like there's something like bad luck is tied to you. Five of Swords. Ten of Cups in the reverse. The Moon. There's something about you being too different, or there being too many forces that make it impossible for the two of you to be together. Sees you as the Queen of Wands, though. Somebody who is mysterious, difficult to explain. Is this why there's concern over family approval? Yeah. So there's something about your mysterious energy. It's kind of like somebody thinks you're a witch, or somebody thinks that you come from a family that has kind of strange customs. Yeah, this is, I think we have somebody who needs to have a better understanding of who you are, because it feels to me like they're judging you without really having the right information. Let's see. We'll go with the Pulp Tarot. We've got Lee up next. And the question is, how will the weekend trip to Florida go? Hermit in the reverse, the Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Knight of Swords in the reverse, Four of Wands, and the Fool. There could be some sort of like last minute change, or like I don't know why I want to say rerouting. It could be like you check out a hotel room and they didn't actually clean the shower, so they put you in a different room and it ends up being a better room. It could be, you know, if it's more like Airbnb, the dates got wrong, and so Airbnb puts in like a little 10% off and you get a better place. I feel like there's some strange little upgrade here that happens, or you don't expect something to be as amazing as it is and it surprises you. Lee, let me just write down this question real quick. Running a campaign for a captain, running for sheriff. He's gaining momentum. Will we win May 19th? Awesome. I have added that for you, Universal. I will just say, in general, I like to not touch on politics on my channel. That is local enough where I'm not too worried about it, but just to make sure that that is clear for others as well. Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good summary of it though, Rachel. Yeah, Reynaldo, what do you mean by that? What else does Lee need to know about Florida? Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Cups in the reverse, Ten of Cups in the reverse, King of Wands. It just looks like this is like an unexpected upgrade. Maybe it's when you're flying, you know? But I feel like there's something where something's not to your liking or not to your satisfaction. Could even be a plate of food that you order in a restaurant. But instead of things being kind of like, someone steps up, probably an employee, and says, I know how to fix this, and we'll put you in this room instead. Or we'll get you this Mustang instead of that Corolla to drive around in, you know? I use that example because one time I did go to Florida for work, and I think I actually paid for the little upgrade, or maybe it was, I can't remember, but they offered me the chance to drive around in, wasn't it? I think it was a Mustang, a convertible. And I was like, well, yes, I'm in Florida. Let's do this. Drove out to Amelia Island with it. It was awesome. There's going to be some kind of upgrade, and it makes things a little bit better for you. So it'll be like icing on the cake for your trip. All right, let's see what we've got for Universal. And of course, Lee, I'm wishing you safe travels. We'll go with the Weird Cat Tarot. For the election regarding sheriff, the campaign that Universal is involved in, will this captain win sheriff in May? I'm showing as of right now, no. Ace of Wands in the reverse, Two of Cups in the reverse. There's a miscalculation. Maybe it's associated with margin of error. Maybe it's just, you know, you're tracking what people are thinking right now. And what you need to know is what are they going to be thinking in May, which is kind of impossible, right? There's something here. It's like I have the numbers for 2 different neighborhoods, but it's really just one neighborhood duplicated. There's something here where it's like, I'm assuming something is better or the numbers are better than they actually are, but there's been some sort of miscalculation here. So there's a place that needs to be focused on, or perhaps this is even, you know, a subject matter that's important to people in the community, but there's something that needs to be addressed. Fool in the reverse, 3 of Wands, and the Chariot. Chariot is the card that talks about law enforcement. Is this saying there's something that already happened that needs to be addressed? So if your captain has been kind of, I don't think I can use that word, lightly stepping around an important issue, specifically something that would have already been in the news or been talked about. It's not something coming up. This is something that has happened. People got upset about it, and it's like, are you going to do something about it? If your captain does not address this and advise, here's how I would handle this, or here's what I would have done differently, and it kind of feels like stepping in, right? Because there's going to be different opinions on it. If this doesn't get talked about, then the needle doesn't move. Have to come across as genuine and address this like elephant in the room, basically. And if it doesn't get addressed satisfactorily, then Ace of Wands is in the reverse, failure. This has to do with safety and security. Page of Cups, 4 of Cups in the reverse. And it's like, if I don't feel like you take it seriously, then that impacts how I view you. So that needs to be addressed if you want to move the needle in a favorable way for the captain. All right. I think that was all of the personal questions that we had for today. I'm going to leave it there. Yep, so that has to be addressed very clearly in order for people to have faith in the captain. So once that is, it's like putting a warm blanket around somebody who's been stuck in 40-degree weather all night, you know? They need that. If they don't get that, this sheriff thing was not going to happen. So Call it out for what it was. Here's what we're not going to do. Here's what we learned. Here's what my strategy is. Here's what my commitment to you is. You have to do that or the people aren't going to believe in him. All right. Yes. Good luck to you and to your captain. Captain, oh, captain. Captain, my captain. I'm going to have to go read that again. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you are capable of doing so. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.